The Calypso Twins were really powerful. Regardless of what you personally think about them, their characters, and what they did throughout the course of Borderlands 3, there's no denying that they were strong. Ignorant, mind you, arrogant, and very selfish, but very, very powerful. I shouldn't have to tell you how leeching a siren's power could pose a danger to anything and everything. If one siren with the mindset of the twins possessed the power of all the other sirens among the Borderlands, just imagine the type of things they would do. But here's the thing about the Calypsos. Their power doesn't stop there. The Calypsos, as we saw, could also steal the very strength and power of defeated vault monsters, which, at the end of the day, was, at least I would say, even more concerning than siphoning other sirens' powers. Because there was a reason those like the Destroyer were locked up, and it wasn't just to protect a vast amount of loot. But again, that is not all the twins could do. On the surface it was, but, well, if they weren't young, ignorant children in control of far too much power, they might have realized their true potential. Honestly, we're kind of lucky the Calypsos didn't understand their full capabilities, because if they did, well, as we can piece together from various sources throughout Borderlands 3, their power had once been the power of Nereid. For those who don't know, Nereid was one of the original sirens who took on the gargantuan task of imprisoning the Destroyer. A while ago, I did a video on Nereid and the Calypsos, which I speculated that they, both Nereid and the twins, were the fabled 7th siren spoken about in one of Nereid's logs. Now, whether it be true or not, whether Nereid and the twins are or were the 7th siren, one thing is certain. The twins did hold the power that single-handedly wiped out the Iridians, meaning that with enough practice and enough patience, two things neither the Calypsos had time for, it might have been possible for them to unlock their full skill set and gain the ability to leech those across the Borderlands and maybe even the other galaxies. Now, if you're doubtful of this, if you doubt Nereid and the twins' powers are one and the same, I only need to show you the sheer amount of husks left by Tyreen Calypso and play one of Nereid's logs.
When my atrocity was complete and I returned home, I found no family to rejoin. The others had fled. Our braid was unraveled. My sisters scattered to the stars. But they left me a parting gift. They told me where to die, that my thread might never be picked up again. When I have written my last, I will go back to the Iridian world, to the vault there. Oh, I hope it works. This would be a brighter universe without a leech.
You see, Nereid considers her power to be that of a leech. Stealing power, stealing the life from those around you to fuel your own abilities, just as Tyreen and Troy did so many times throughout Borderlands 3. That is the definition of a leech, to benefit off of the sacrifices of another. However, despite all of this, despite their immense potential, there was one thing that was always holding them back: each other. You see, the Calypsos were born conjoined, which is why they shared Nereid's power despite being two separate individuals. And in that very statement, in lies the problem for them. Sharing. The power the twins held had been split. Because they were once conjoined in the womb, Nereid's abilities were shared between the two of them, meaning that together they could never be as strong as they could be. It is why that only after the death of Troy, Tyreen was able to absorb the power of the Destroyer and pose a serious and genuine threat to everyone regardless of who they were. Now, you might say, okay, so what? So what they could absorb the vault monsters? So what they could siphon fellow sirens? So what if they had the potential to genocide entire groups of people? They are dead now. Troy and Tyreen are defeated. They no longer pose a threat to anyone. And that is true. The twins are dead, but that is just the issue. You see, when a siren passes away, their power doesn't die with them, and instead it simply moves on to the next person.
To inherit a siren's gift is also to inherit her curse. This is the choice of the siren presented with death. Pass on the gift and burden someone worthy, or release it and burden an unknown soul who has no idea that the entire universe is about to want them dead.
And, unlike the Calypso Twins, the next bearer of the curse won't have to share. They, whoever they are, from the very beginning, will have the full arsenal of a siren that exists only to destroy. I have no doubt that by the time of Borderlands 4, a successor will have been chosen, and we just might see how much damage they can do. But of course, that is a topic for another time. If you have any questions regarding this video, Borderlands, or its lore, you can leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to read each and every one of them. Thanks for watching.